We're doing an impromptu Wellness Wednesday. I have my brother here. He's in New York City. And we are going to try something new today. We're doing a stoop session. I got a stoop. I talked about my stoop last week, so we're on the stoop. So hey bro, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm out here. It's hot.
Yes. He has not been feeling this New York heat coming from the Bay Area. It's a different feel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you're good? That's your honest answer?
Yeah. I mean, Oh, you mean how am I doing?
Yeah.
So you didn't want the quick and dirty. You didn't want the fine. You wanted the how are you doing?
How are you doing?
Well, that will require a moment of pause.
Okay, and that's fine.
I gotta really think about that. I'm doing a lot better. Yesterday, I felt like I was in some Tupperware and the water was boiling and it was closed.
Make sure people can hear. Yeah.
Yeah.
He felt like he was in Tupperware, he was boiling, and the water was closed because it's hot.
Yes, it's very hot out here. But I guess I say one to start is I'm thankful that I am not dealing with the fire season in the Bay Area right now, which I'm gonna have to go back to, and it's really bad.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's nice to reconnect with family and friends.
Yeah. It's
a lot of thinking and a lot of thinking about not thinking at all. That's kind of
the police, y'all.
Not helping anybody, just running the light.
Yeah, of course. But I'm sorry, can you just... One second. The sounds of New York City. Really?
Well, we can all be...
They literally just did that to cross the lane.
Well, memories. I used to work at that hospital.
Oh, that's
New York Presbyterian.
Wow. But what did you say? You said a lot of thinking and then...
It's been a lot of thinking.
And then a lot of...
But then a lot of thinking about not thinking at all.
Yeah, that's good.
Hung out with a really close friend and she just told me, the biggest thing that we ended on is like, why do you care so much? So just trying to care a little less. And a little more about the self.
Yeah, I love that. Cool. Well, my next question, so I want to know how would you define wellness? Like when you hear that term, what does that mean to you?
Wellness. I think to me, it just kind of, to sum it up, it feels like your ability to appreciate what you have. Because, you can have everything, but your inability to be able to appreciate everything around you can make it miserable.
Appreciating what you have. That's true. A lot of people have a whole bunch of stuff and don't even acknowledge it. They use it once and throw it away.
Yeah. Or if you get a nice car, it's only going to be a nice new car for the first day, but appreciating it, remember when you didn't have it, remember when you want it, can make it feel like more than what it probably is after day one.
That's for sure. Well, that's a good answer. I like that answer.
Yeah, if only I could remember it,
Is there anything right now that like you really appreciate that you feel like, or that you could think of it that you maybe could put more appreciation towards that maybe you haven't?
Well, I'm appreciating giving myself this time. I've taken a 2-week vacation, giving myself the whole time and nothing but the time to do nothing but chill.
Yeah.
Yeah, and to just relax. I feel like it almost is harder to relax these days than to work because we're all on autopilot.
Isn't that weird? It's like, why do we feel like it's so hard to relax? I'm like, I don't have anything to do. I mean, I feel like there's always something to do. So that's what's hard. It's like, so do you just schedule time? Like, okay, no, this is relaxation time.
Yeah, you have to be proactive about doing nothing. It almost seems like you have to schedule it.
Yeah, because otherwise then I feel like I'm just being unproductive.
Yeah, I mean, especially in New York, you're just running on the conveyor belt, and it takes a little energy to stop it and get off.
Yeah.
I think that's the difficulty there. It's like, do I want to have to get back to this speed from zero, or can I just keep running? And it's a marathon, not a race.
MC Hustle.
Yeah.
The marathon continues, y'all. It definitely is a marathon. But yeah, I'm trying to think what else. I didn't really prepare this. I was just like, this could be cool. Do you feel like you've taken time recently to appreciate nature?
I mean, yesterday I went to Central Park and it was really, really, even though it was too hot for the living, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
And I got to appreciate some art yesterday. And I was with my friend and I feel like she stayed at a couple pieces a little longer than I would have, but started to see different things and new things. The more time I took and allowed myself to just be there with peace.
Hey, Alex. Yeah.
Be there with the artwork. Because it's easy to just look and see things. I feel like we're constantly overstimulated. But how engaged can you be with the things that are stimulating you?
Yeah, and really, like you said, really sit with it. Because you can just look at something
and say, oh,
and
that's cool.
That's cool. And then you just move on. That's true. Especially with social media. We're very like in and out.
In and out?
In and out. Only 30-second attention span.
Yeah.
And me too. I'm like, can you hear us, Alex? My friend Alex is joining. But yeah, it's very 30-second attention span. So how do we lengthen? Does that make sense? Lengthen our attention span? I guess just taking more time.
Giving yourself permission to take more time. You can give it more than 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And not have to feel guilty about doing too much.
But I guess it's also when you want other people to be engaged as well. But I guess you can't force anybody to do it.
That's just one of those things that multiplies. The more engaged you are in your own space, the more engaging you are to others, and then they want to tap in and see, well, what are you doing?
Oh, okay.
So you make your life your practice, and then people start to follow along when they see it working in your own life.
Leading by example. I feel like we've done that a lot in our lives. Leading by example.
And it's not always a conscious decision to create an
not
example.
Always a choice. I know.
Sometimes it's just a decision to keep going or stop.
Going. It was also survival for us, which is interesting.
Yeah. Survival has a way of shaping you, but I think the other side of the bag is learning how to live.
Learning how to live. Who would have thunk it?
Not just surviving, because surviving is not necessarily just a skill. It's something maybe you're born with. It's all in the fight or flight, things that you're built with. But when you get out of those low-level functions and you try to live a life that has greater existential goals and how you want to impact the world at large, it's a different way to live. And it's a big switch for most of us because, poverty right now is making under $800,000 a year. So,
well, we all impoverished.
So take a second and smell the flowers because it's a long way up.
It's a long way up.
But that doesn't mean you can't make it because people with a lot less sense have, aka our president. So he could do that. That should have been an indication that you can do anything.
You can do anything. Yeah, my friend, because you were talking about like life shouldn't just be for survival. Someone gave me a placard that said like life is not to be endured, it's meant to be enjoyed. Or I might have missed that. Life is not just to be endured, it's to be enjoyed.
Well, or not just endured, to be lived.
To be lived. I probably said that real wrong, but y'all get the gist. We supposed to enjoy life. At the end of the day, enjoy your life because tomorrow is not promised. It really is not.
Yeah. I don't know. Me and my friend Alice came up with this simple analogy one day on a higher plane. That maybe our goal in life is to just get as much sun as a flower as we can before we lose all our petals.
Yeah. Get as much sun as the flower before we lose all our petals. So bloom, y'all.
Before your sunset. Bloom.
Ooh, that's deep. I like it.
But the sun will set another day with or without you, so just keep on going.
The sun will set with or without you. That is for sure. That's one of my favorite things is looking at the sunset. I wish I could see it from my street. But it's okay. One thing at a time. I feel like I always be one and one.
Well, I don't know. Patience. And letting yourself escape comfort every now and again.
Well, I don't know. It's like, let's just sit with that.
But how are you? Well, hopefully it's constantly changing.
The one thing constant is change. And that is something I definitely live by. Things are constantly changing, and I don't even think about it twice anymore. I'm like, oh, well, I guess it was just meant to change. It's ran its course.
And I mean, I think if you trust the process, your evolution can surprise you. Like,
that's true.
A couple years ago, you couldn't have told me I was going to do what I'm doing now. And a couple years before that, you couldn't have told me I was going to be doing what I was doing then.
That's
so, trust the process and let it, I want to say evolve you, but not evolve you.
Let it surprise you, I guess.
Develop
you.
Mm-hmm.
There are many words that
or color you.
Ooh, color. I like that.
I don't know if there's a metaphorical analogy that I like, because they say you get older, you get turned into a fine wine. I like when I meditate, I think of this. I think of a diamond spinning around, and I feel like we're all diamonds, and when you go through hard things, you get more carats. And sometimes your light is just so bright because you have so many carats and so much experience, other people can't handle your light. And you might be a darker stone or ruby, because you're not shining as bright, and you're, on an internal phase, you might be as bright as a white diamond, but you're a rock nonetheless, and all the strife that you have just makes you shine.
So just shine. Shine on, people.
And if people aren't able to accept it, just know that they can't receive your light at the moment.
But that doesn't mean you stop shining, because that's happened to me. I feel like people weren't able to receive, or like were just like telling me like it's just too much, or just like you're this, you're that, and then it made me want to be small.
Yeah, there's space enough.
Still a truth. But yeah, it made me want to be small. But no, I just have to go in spaces where there's, where there's room. Or
it's
like
enough space for us all to shine.
We can all shine. We can all win.
And if you look at the stars in the sky, that should be a clear indication. There's so
many stars.
There's enough space for us all to shine as bright or as dim as we choose to be, Because some people are doing less reflecting and more internal evolution, which is just as beautiful. Because mastery of self is mastery of everything. So, you may not shine bright today, but it might not necessarily be a bad thing.
I was just thinking about that the other day. I feel like I'm not like a master of anything. Like because I'm a dancer, and I was like, well, I'm good at a lot of different things, but I'm not a master of anything. But I think the one thing I would want to master would be me, like myself, everything that is me. I know all the things about myself. Nobody else can tell me.
Master of kinesiology. She's been a dancer for her whole life.
Well, I'll take it. Where's my diploma? No. That's true. I'm a master of spatial awareness for the most part.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of people are not aware. I was with my friend yesterday, and she was like, "You're so hyper aware of all these things." I was like, "Yeah, because I had to maintain spacing once upon a time."
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but I don't know. A heightened awareness.
Yeah.
Can be beautiful.
Yeah. Speaking of beautiful, this is a nice weather temperature. We can handle this.
Yeah, it's calmed down. And maybe just because we're on this stoop underneath this tree.
Yeah.
But I'll take it.
Yeah, it's nice. How do you feel about the stoop?
I love a stoop. I love a stoop and a fire escape. If I had it my way, I'd do both.
Well, y'all, I think we're going to close this down. I don't know how long it's been, but it was a good talk. Thanks for being here, bro.
Yeah, we going to just be brighter or dimmer. We going to just be.
Just be. Just be you. Love y'all. Have a wonderful, what's today? Wednesday. All right.
Peace.